Why do they doubt the kid?
Artlist.io.
I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocketeer and stopping here.
Music licensing reimagined.
We gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for close. They ride, cause they know I go again. And when they get it dry, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team, they ready to go again.
Music licensing reimagined.
We don't talk, better know the grind gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, come on, always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top 'cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't play with my name 'cause I know that it rings. They want my spot at the top with the crown.
Music licensing reimagined.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome in to Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I am he, Mr. 33. And I'm coming on here just to have a conversation just about the opening or the newness of War is Netflix. If you don't know, today was the first episode after they've been on USA Network or primetime cable television. I wasn't supposed to shout that channel out, but my fault. But anyway, they've been on there since the inception in 1993. Almost 30 years later, they decided to go on to the next episode on streaming app Netflix. So that's what they did today. And, they started off with Triple H coming on there, talking about welcome to Netflix, this, that, and the third. The first match was Tribal Combat between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Solo started off very strong. He was very dominant in the beginning of the match, as if it was like, because Roman hasn't wrestled since War Games. Solo had taken a huge advantage of that, as far as what was on the screen. He doing the solo slam, and he spiked him a couple of times and all that. But Roman was he was keen to where he was at in the ring for the most part. So he might slide out of the ring, or just to get himself to gather himself within the match. So as Solo starts, as he's dominating, Roman decides, get a few shots in, try to gain momentum. But every time he tried to gain momentum in the beginning of the match, Solo did an outstanding job of of stopping him from doing that. Then as the match goes along, I think it's about maybe a half an hour into the match, or not, about 20 minutes in the match, Roman gains the momentum. And as soon as Roman gains momentum, you got Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu. They come in and interfere in the match. But it's not really interfering because if y'all know what tribal combat is, there is no disqualification type situations. So as they come in and they do what they do, you got Sami Zayn that comes out. And then Jimmy comes out. So they fighting. It's the bloodline fight all over again. So as soon as they get rid of them, as soon as Roman gets up, you got Kevin Owens comes in, sneaks in, do Stone Cold Stunner on him, start pounding on him. Solo gets the count. Roman kicks up at 2. And as Roman's kicking up at 2, you know, KO is trying to do what he do still. And then Cody Rhodes comes out in the match. So as Cody Rhodes comes out, he neutralizes him or whatever the case may be. So now it's back to the one-on-one match. And Solo he started losing it within the match, you know, like he wanna down talk Roman and do all these other things. And because of that, you know, Roman gets, you know, they was using weapons, kendo sticks and tables and all of these other things. But Roman ends up, you know, he gets up, you know, he spears him. And you get a count 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns gets the victory. As he gets the victory, you know, he's not celebrating, you know, his music is playing. All of a sudden, The Rock comes through. The Rock comes down to the ring. He gets in the ring. He gives him the Ula Fala. They do the handshake. Rock just walks off. And that match is over. So, you know, it wasn't no surprises as far as that match goes. You know, we all thought somebody would come in and interfere, which they did. Kevin Owens. But we thought The Rock was going to make some noise in the match. And he just appeared and, you know, gave him the Ula Fala and, you know, he walked off. He scolded and looked maybe, but that was really it. So is there something behind that? We got to stay tuned and see. After that, we got John Cena coming out. John Cena announces that he is going to, you know, he's starting the 2025 farewell tour. And then he's going to announce at that same time that he's going to put his hat in the Royal Rumble, you know, to start the miracle journey, as he would put it, to become the 17-time world's heavyweight champion or the WWE champion. Whatever belt he gets, it'll be the 17th time. After that, we have the second match. The second match is Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan got her crew, Dominic and Raquel. And, you know, Rhea's out there dolo. You know, Liv is doing whatever she can to keep Rhea away from us. She's doing, you know, she's taking the legs out, doing all of these things. And even in this match, Liv has the momentum. She starts doing the triple suplex like, you know, Eddie Guerrero. Rhea catches her, you know, after she pins her, gets the 2 count. And Rhea start putting that work in. You know, she gets rid of Raquel. Dom trying to get in the match. She gets rid of him. She ripties Liv twice. Get her down. Get a 3 count. Liv loses, Rhea wins the championship back. So now Rhea is now the women's world champion again. And as she's going back, she's walking out. We got a special appearance. Undertaker comes through with the bike, on a motorcycle. He rides around the ring. Goes back, talks to Rhea. They do the last ride with the hands up scenario, the hands up thing. New Day comes out. Nobody wants to hear them. People telling them they stink, they suck, whatever the case may be. Nobody want to really hear the New Day. So, they stretching it out. They talking about certain things and get rid of them. So the third match consists of Jay Uso and Drew McIntyre. I almost said Drew McIntosh, but Drew McIntyre. And Jay comes out with he got LA on Smash. They love. Listen, man. Let me say this. I don't know what they're going to do with Jay, but that momentum that he has, they should be capitalizing on it. I'm gonna say that, right? So then, Drew comes out. They get into the match. Jay spears him once. Drew claymores him once. They both kick out of it. They going through the motions, and Drew's taking over. Jay, super kicks him, do all of those things, and then all of a sudden, we got a sneaky pin by Jay. Gets the 3 count. Jay rolls up out of there. Hey, Jay wins the match. Jay got his little sneaky win on Drew McIntyre. But I think that's going to be a long way before that situation ends. I just believe that Drew. It was a pretty good match, and I just don't think the length of it was long enough, right? But they put on a good performance. The best performance was Roman and Solo. Solo actually did a great job. But before I get to that, let's get to the main event. The main event was pretty well. Before that, Hulk Hogan comes out. They booing him. I couldn't really hear what they were saying because they was booing him so much. He was just talking how he was, he was glad the company to whatever. They booed him up out of there. Pretty much, they did a New Day on Hulk Hogan. That's pretty much what they did. I guess they mad because of the Trump thing. He was voting with Trump. He was rolling with Trump or whatever. I don't know. But they got him up out of there. So then we get to the main event. The main event consists of CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, he comes out with he come out looking all glamorous with his little red devil looking outfit. CM Punk, he taking shots at AEW. Coming out there disrespecting them because the AEW guys out there. That's what they talking about, social media wise. But anyway, they get to start the match, said Drew. I'm sorry. Seth go ahead and starts the match off very well, strong. He don't curve stomp him, but in the middle, getting towards the middle of the match, he hits him with his own move. Seth hits CM Punk with his own move. He connects, pins him. No, he don't pin him because CM Punk rolls out the ring. He goes out there. He trying to punish him through the tables and all of that other stuff. CM Punk gets back. They get back in the ring. CM Punk, he try to curve. CM Punk curve stomps Seth, right? As he supposes Seth hurts his knee on the TV, the announce table. So Punk curve stomps him, gets the 2 count. They get up. They start fighting again. Punk gets hit with the thing again. He gets up again. Then Seth is pulling out all the stops. The pedigree, he pedigrees him twice. He stomps him once. And he gets up and now getting towards the end of the match, we going to the, we going to the corner. We go ahead and try to do the super flex off the ropes. Seth does the superplex off the rope. All of a sudden, we turn that into a pin count, and CM Punk actually wins the match as he takes the momentum of that turnbuckle move. And that's, that was the event, but those 4 matches, I don't know how they stretched the 4 matches to be over 3 hours, because the Netflix it ended at about, the last match was about 11:05 Eastern time. They stretched it out. Like I said, they had some people come out and, talk and do all these other things. But as far as you viewing it, you don't really see where it's going. As far as, okay, for example, we see that Roman and Solo, it's over. Now, so he got the Ulafala. Rock places the Ulafala on Roman. So what's next now? What's next for Solo? Are we going to see the new blood? Are we going to see them disintegrate? Are we going to see them? Are we going to see them get stronger? Are they going to continue to attack Roman? Is anybody staying on Netflix? Like, we don't have none of these questions yet. Answers for the questions at that. So we have to sit back and we still have to watch what's going on for SmackDown. We still got to watch, next week. I don't know if it's going to be a continuance of the 3 hours as far as War is Netflix, but that's one situation, right? We know that now that Rhea wins the belt from Liv, right? We know that the announcement was that there's going to be a street fights next week between Damian Priest and I almost said Finn Balor. Now that he don't have a belt, so now, hopefully this is the last of that match. As far as, the Judgment Days has to disintegrate because there's no belts, there's nothing keeping them together. There's no, there's nothing really left for them. So we got to sit back and wait for them to see what happens with them. Is after this battle with Damian Priest, what's going to happen with Finn? He has no championship leverage, right? He can't run around and look for the belt and fight Gunther no more. Gunther's already beaten him. So what's next for Finn? Is he going to try to start a new group with JD McDonough and I almost called him Applehead, Carlito? Or is he going to try to just beat up on Dominic or like whatever happens? Oh, side note. So as Rhea wins the belt, Dominic Mysterio tries to get back to Rhea. She ripties him too. So that's a no-brainer. That we already knew that situation over, but I think he knows it ain't. That's over for him and a possibility of reunite with Rhea. We just discussed what's going on with Jay and Drew, right? I mean, the way that the fight ended, there has to be a continuance, right? And then finally, maybe we have to sit back and see what happens after Royal Rumble. Yeah, Royal Rumble, because we did see Kevin Owens get his hands in the Roman Reigns match. Whether he wins or loses against Cody at Royal Rumble is going to be very interesting, because if he do, that may be the segue for Roman to get his belt back, get a belt back, and begin the tribal chief. Oh, I got you. No, I got you. Oh, I got you now. I ain't see nobody up in there. I was rapping. So as far as it's gonna be interesting, because if Cody, I mean, if Kevin Owens does win the belts, like I was saying, that'll get Roman into the atmosphere of getting one of the belts back. But like I said, we don't even know if he's staying in SmackDown or if he's going to stay on Raw. We don't have a clue. But you know, we see. Well, I don't know if Jimmy is gonna have a shot at fighting Jacob. He has a better shot of fighting Tonga Loa. I just, but if this is the beginning of Jacob getting loose and away from the bloodline, I'm excited about that because he has been running roughshod, but only on a limited basis because he's security. He's like top flight security. So it's gonna be a different scene for Jacob. It's not like he needed help with anybody. He was always enforcing. So it's gonna be a different thing for Jacob if that's where they're going with it, which they may be doing as they get to the that may be starting now because we know Royal Rumble is less than 3 weeks away. That's I think that event is February 1st. That's the Saturday or the Sunday. It's that weekend. It'll be the February 1st. We know that for sure. Uh, it, so as far as the bloodline, we don't know where they're going with that. Does that mean it's like I said, it's just so many different questions. Does does this mean Jimmy and Jay gonna get back together to try to reignite you know all the belts in one place on one show? I don't know if that's the case, but we got some things to look at. What up, though?
What up, though? Man, that was crazy, bro. It took them 3 hours to run 4 matches. Like, come on now, bro. But
Ah,
did you see that part when Travis Scott came out
yeah,
fighting some sage? Like, hey, yo, Netflix smoking weed, bro.
yeah. I mean, they trying to make it like rated R. You know what I mean? But the way that they stretched those matches out, it was kind of yeah. You know what I mean? It was like you can't even describe how they try to stretch the matches out, right? Like the way, like if you look at the way Punk and Seth they end the match, there's no finale. So I mean, it wasn't even strong enough to be the main event, so to speak, right? I think they trying to, elevate these guys, but we already understand that the first match was the best match. Like even when they did the way Jay and Drew ends, right? They gave him the little cheap victory to keep that saga going. But the what I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I don't really understand how they're gonna do this because they was really stretching matches for no reason just to get to the 3 hour mark. But maybe I'm tripping.
Just have more matches. That's all they got to do. They should have more matches instead of four. I mean, did you see how Hogan got booed? I was like, wow, they booed Hulk Hogan. That's wild as hell, bro.
They mad at that man. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out is it because he voted or he was rolling with Trump or we know he already we been knew he was racist, so that ain't nothing new. But it can't, you know what I mean? It can't be that. So like what are they really upset about? If this is really about Trump, then they need to be mad at the whole industry because I think a lot of them voted for Trump in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. You can't be mad at who they vote at or who they voted for, but I'm just saying,
I mean,
uh
damn near the whole country voted for Trump. So I mean, it's like everybody but wrestler fans voted for Trump. Like I don't know, bro. That's, that's wild, bro.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting here like, what are they really mad at? Like, listen, y'all got to do what all got to do. We got to sit here for 4 years and figure out how to maintain until the next election. Maybe this is y'all time to get out there, get some more people, recruit, and vote the way you want to vote. But
Yeah,
it's just so
bro.
it's so.
I'm I'm about to enjoy this, bro. That was the hypest the news ever been when Trump was in office, man. Y'all better enjoy this damn show that's about to go on. It's gonna be a shit show, but hey, we're gonna have front row seats to
You ain't got no choice but to sit back and enjoy it. You know what I
it.
mean? Like you ain't got no choice. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like y'all ain't gonna go to the Capitol and say, "Hey, yo, y'all need to change the votes." Y'all should have did that today. He did it 4 years ago, but y'all not built like that. Everybody always wants something to say, and then when it's time to show action, they don't do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but they need to take that out on Hulk Hogan. Everybody else voted for him. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to figure out like what's going to happen with the bloodline now. Like I'm still trying to
Mm.
understand it. Okay, he got the Ula Fala, right? We saw Cody come out. We thought, a lot of people thought Rock was going to come and intervene and jump in there, and Rock just said, "Here, take this. You got this." I guess at the end of the day, you gotta respect the lineage. You know what I mean? Like, okay, your grandfather was high chief, but this is Alpha and Secret thing right here. You really had no control of that unless he's setting this up for some new recruits to come in and take out Roman. I don't know. So like
Yeah.
I said, I'm just interested to see how that goes down.
When is January 27th? Is that a Monday?
Yep.
Okay, that's the next
Yes,
time
it
you go
is.
see Roman. That's the next time you go see Roman.
He's not making no SmackDown appearances. If
I
not, then
don't know. Did you
and
ain't
that's
hear
what
what
I'm.
Paul Heyman was saying? Paul Heyman said we need to, you know, have a platform so we can, you know, he was like January 27th.
Yeah, I heard that, but I'm trying to figure out. They low key telling us he's staying on Raw. You see what I mean? Like trying
Yeah.
to figure all this out without them just saying it. Just say it. So if that's what it is, that's what it is. You know what I mean? Because we know Sammy and Jay is on that side, right? I don't know if Jimmy. If I last time I remember, Jimmy was recruited by SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah.
So I don't. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how this works, but like I said, we don't really know what's going on as far as so many people jumping ships and you getting traded over and things like that. And then it's hard to say what's going to happen. That's why I'm sitting there watching, trying to get the little tidbits. Okay, I'm like, okay, well, we know that Kevin Owens did something that Drew McIntyre was never going to do. Drew McIntyre is scared of Roman Reigns. I don't care what nobody say. Over there sitting there asking people, y'all go ahead and beat him up. I got your back. You ain't got nobody's back. So I'm just like I said, I'm just interested to see how this goes down. If this goes in that direction, or are they going to form a Cody? Excuse me, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre. Uh, 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 I wouldn't know who the third person would be. Right? Would it be Seth Rollins? I don't know. They call him the architect, so we don't know what they built. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, Seth gonna be pissed after this. Man, I can't. But man, I was so mad they let CM Punk win that match, man. I was so mad, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's gonna be like a 5 match series. Watch. They gonna be, you know. Yeah,
That's
man,
gonna
that
be
was
the
disappointing.
WrestleMania match. Yeah, that's gonna be the WrestleMania match. Uh, well, I don't. What's that? The elimination tape? They might fight an elimination chamber. Well, elimination table. You got to have 4 opponents for the champ. We don't even know who the champ gonna be at the Royal Rumble, right? Because normally, Royal Rumble, somebody's gonna fight. Well, we know that Kevin Owens and Cody's gonna fight. We don't know. Gunther ain't got nobody to fight. I don't know what they waiting on to give him an opponent, but they need to figure that out. See, this was one of those days they should have had all the belts up for grab. They could have put Braun Breaker. This is what I'm saying. This is the thing that they're not doing. They're not showcasing the people right. This would have been a great opportunity for Braun Breaker to go on out there, have a match, show if he can wrestle for about 20, 25 minutes, and if he could retain the belt, if that's what the story would have been or not. But they only wanted these 4 matches. Like this was almost as bad as Saturday Night Main Event, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? The only difference is they quote unquote finalized the Ula Fala situation for now. I don't know if they. I mean, I don't really see how they can drag it, but they're gonna beat them up and take it back from them. So I don't. That's what I'm saying. They finalized that. Then, they finalized the Rhea Ripley saga, I guess. Or does she get a rematch too? Does the girl get a rematch? Probably so. Or Raquel, what's her name? Raquel Rodriguez come over there and take care of her? Or like what's gonna happen? Or we gotta wait for the Women's Royal Rumble to see who they're gonna fight, and then whoever chooses, the other one gets the free vacancy. It's so many different angles. But they didn't do enough to explain the situations.
That might be the last match, bro. They fought 3 times. Liv won 2, Rhea won 1. Well, Liv won 1. Then the disqualification when Raquel came back, and then Rhea just won that one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Now who's gonna be next in line for that? Is they gonna give it to EO on Raw? They're gonna probably let her fight some of them little undercard people, or Zoe Stark,
It kind of like Bailey might be coming to Raw, bro. She was
that's possible.
In the Adam, Bailey might be coming to Raw,
and that's what I'm saying, because we don't have no finalities of who's doing what, who's switching, who's doing anything. It's like they're trying to drag it to the Royal Rumble, and then they'll probably announce it after the Royal Rumble, because both men and women gonna have to have that match to get a number 1 contender. Because normally after Royal Rumble, the winner gets to all right, I'm gonna fight you at WrestleMania, things like that. So, we see John Cena, I don't know if they're going to allow him to get that 17 title. I doubt it.
They got the belt. Why not? Shit. I mean, probably not from Cody, but I mean, Gunther got the belt, bro. That belt is meaningless on his waist, bro. I mean, we're talking about Dad Bod got the belt, man.
I'm just saying, I don't put that past nobody. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be crazy if he do get that 17 times. That 17th time, because then you gotta let him. He can't walk out with the belt. You see what I mean? So he gonna have to lose that. Maybe SummerSlam or something like that. That's a nice little run for 4 months.
Money in the Bank go cash in on him. Whoever win Money in the Bank go cash in on him. As soon as he win it, he gonna win it, and then they gonna come down and smack him with the briefcase and cash in on him.
Didn't think about that, but yeah, but that's in July, so yeah, that might happen. Yeah, that might happen. I can see that happening too. But like I said, we got to find out who's being drawn into the Royal Rumble. We're going to have to see who's going to be the number 1, the number 30. We're going to see all of that in the next few weeks. I'm just disappointed in the fact that they stretched this out for 4 matches for 3 hours, and every match wasn't even at 45 minutes. Every match was in 45 minutes. They did more talking than wrestling, and I mean, I know the views was probably high, but I don't think everybody was pleased with what they had on display. I would be surprised if they lost some subscribers because of that. I'm just saying, But uh I'm a hardcore wrestling watcher, so it's a little different for me. But that can't cut it. Even like I said, the Saturday night main event didn't even go that long and that bad. You can't do that. But they did it. They got away. Well, we don't know if they got away with it because they'll probably talk about that viewerships and all of that and how many views. I don't see this with the way it started. They know they have to do some work because it can't last like this. It cannot. They should have just put all the belts up, whatever. The Intercontinental belt up. I thought the woman was gonna fight. I guess that's gonna be at yeah. They could have put that on there. And that's what I'm
Well, it's
saying.
just that was more ceremonial. That whole show was more. I think we're gonna get back to the regular scheduled program next week, but I think this was just more ceremonial than actual, you know, how the program is gonna be ran. I mean, it was like everybody, bro. I was waiting for Stone Cold to come out. I thought Razor Ramon was gonna come from the dead and pop out for a minute or something. Like, yeah, everybody coming out. Like,
Man, I'm like,
damn, bro.
yo, where's
All
it? And
all
then
the
you sit there,
wrestlers,
you looking.
all the
Yeah.
wrestlers was in the and all the wrestlers, usually you have stuff happening backstage. All the damn wrestlers was at ringside as fans. I'm like, damn, everybody was there. Cody was there at first. I'm like, damn, Cody
Cody was
Rhodes is
there as a
there too.
fan. And they're like, wait, Cody disappeared. Like, see what I mean? Like you can't have world champions. No, I don't even understand that. It's not even a world championship match on the card. Like you supposed to
You
have dad
Macaulay
bod
Culkin.
represent that card. So, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
listen. They might as well put Logan Paul up there for it. Y'all trying to get the subscribers up there. Look, Logan Paul, you fight him for the championship. We already knew that this the January 6th was coming. You got enough time to get yourself in shape. Y'all might as well did that. They didn't even do that. Like there's no well, they only had the women's title, but you gotta if it's the Raw brand, we know that Gunther's the Raw champion. So if he's the Raw champion, he should be in the card. He should be on the card fighting for the belt. Fighting for the belt.
bro. I told you he trash, bro. They had SmackDown people on there before they even had the champion on there, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to understand. Like, where y'all going with this? And that's why, prior months, I'm like, nah, they're gonna have to do something about this because this can't work. It cannot. And like I said, maybe it's because I'm hardcore, WWE fanatic, maybe, or remember batches from 40, 45 years ago, whatever. This ain't cut it. I'm sorry, this ain't cut it. Like I said, this was worse than the main event, and you asking people to stream and pay for this. This was like a main event card, Saturday night main event. That should have been an hour and a half. Then people could have watched Saturday Night Live or something, like old school. But they ain't even. I don't understand. I didn't understand the card. Uh, I didn't grasp it, so I really don't know what's going on. But like I said, it's going to be a very interesting, take of what's going to happen next. As far as now we definitely got to stay tuned to SmackDown because we don't know how Solo going to take this. If he just going to tear up the whole locker room. We know LA Knight got the match for Shinsei Nakamura on Friday night. I don't know if the girls are fighting with the tag belts Friday. We got to hear from Nia Jax because she lost her belt. It's Tiffy time. It's a lot going on Smack. It's way more stuff going on SmackDown than it is on Raw. And tomorrow's NXT. I got to figure out what's going to happen with
The Rock gonna be there.
yeah, he
Rock
gonna be
showing
there.
up on NXT. Yep.
Yeah, so I forgot he was going there, but I was really trying to figure out, because we know
But the question
Trick
is
and them going through too.
why he gonna be there? Like, why is Rock gonna be on NXT? Is it some new Bloodline members might come out and be in NXT?
They better not
I
just
don't
say because
know.
he going to see his daughter. They better cut that out. There's no stuff like
Mm.
that. Don't start that. But who was like? See, that's the thing. He might be recruiting, like you said, and it's like I said, his appearance was very mysterious. It made no sense because he told Roman the last time he saw him, "Nick, I'm cutting you off. Like you dead. I'm cutting you
Well,
off." Now you put the follow on him. Like that don't even match. So he
well,
up to something.
you gotta think about it though. I mean, he's not just a Rock though. He's the what is he, a president of TKO,
Right,
chairman or
right.
whatever. So
Hmm.
that's
He
what
the final
he
boss.
showed up. That's what he showed up as. He wasn't really the Rock. He was showing up in that capacity. That's his brand, bro. I mean, he running that shit, really, like literally running that shit. So, I mean, that's why his presence was there for this show. Because I mean, he hugging Cody Rhodes, bro. So I mean, that's
He
more of
set
a
him up.
executive.
He set him up. He set him
You
up.
know,
He
he
set
was
him
there
up.
more. But bro, okay, I know we on the sports channel. You see what's happening in that FS1? Man, that shit going crazy.
Listen, I can talk about that because it's a sports show. It's sports and entertainment. That is a very yeah. I'm just for me. I don't think people understand what's going on with Shannon, right? I'm just glad that his name has not popped up on there because I don't, like I said, people may not know his backstory. He had a situation like that, like on the Broncos, like his very first few years on the Broncos. He's like, never, I'll never do that again. And it was funny because people thought he was smashing Joy, and that never came out today. So I was kind of happy for him. If he is, I mean, if he did, he did. Cause I used to watch Undisputed, and they was kind of friendly, but I didn't know she was over there. She over there. I just hate that. I just feel bad for her because she kind of she's cute and
Feel bad
everything.
for it. Oh no, I don't feel bad for it. I feel like that Ludacris song. Oh, oh, she's a hoe.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
she's a hoe.
But but
I said that
but
she's a
but what's funny?
hoe.
As soon as I heard that, I said, "Damn, Stephen A. They coming to get you too, because you already know they think you smashed Molly. You and broke up her marriage with Jalen Rose." I'm like,
Man,
I'm like,
the
yo,
old
they
girl,
come.
old girl, Joy Taylor. I didn't know that was Jason Taylor's sister, bro.
Yeah,
I did
that's
not
how
know
she.
that was
That,
Jay.
that's how I thought she got the job.
No, she got the job by cracking them thighs, bro. She was cracking them.
I thought that's how
Uh,
she got the job in the first place. You know what I
she was
mean? Like,
around. She's around FS1 playing center.
yeah, she was taking. Oh, that means she gave Skip some. Oh, Skip. God, yeah, Skip. Though that's where he think he get
What's his
his
wife's name?
backbone from.
What's
Ernestine.
Ernestine, bro. I don't know, bro. Cause old girl, the lady was going to the house, and he telling her like, "Don't your daddy got Ernestine might be down with it, bro. You don't know. You never know,
I,
man."
I, that's what I could imagine. Listen, when Skip told her from the
Them
gate,
old
like,
freaky ass
listen,
white women, bro. I'm telling you, I've been around
yeah,
enough
Skip told
old
her, listen,
freaky ass white
this
women,
is
bro.
about love about life. The sports talk is love about life, and he was trying to do everything to be relevant. So he was doing whatever it was to be relevant. But I like for real though, I'm not shocked per se, but I don't see her. I don't know what her and what's the dude Acho. He's not potent enough.
Oh,
He's
he
not
he he a trip,
he.
bro. Look, check this out. I was about to talk about narcissism, right? I was gonna do a
Mm-hmm,
show tonight, and I was gonna talk about the covert narcissism, but he
mm-hmm.
more of a communal narcissist. So I think I'm gonna create a show, and I'm happy I didn't go tonight because I think I'm gonna create a show, and I'm gonna use their personalities that they project and to go through the different forms of narcissism. So I got the grandioso, I'm using Skip. I got the communal, I'm using uh Ocho, because he that's the God fearing man. That's the old holy one, But yeah, it's for a reason. He was trying to stick holes. That's why And then Marcellus Wiley, bro. Did you? I mean, bro, I didn't know. I don't be paying attention to their drama and shit, but I didn't know that's who put Ocho on was
Right.
Marcellus Wiley, and then he went back and
Absolutely.
forward Marcellus Wiley to bro. That shit is so I don't. It's the like the personality, bro. It be some cutthroat ass motherfuckers in this world, man.
But
Because
now you
you think about somebody who put you on, and then you just turn around and cut their throat. Commander, what up, though, nine?
what up, nine? Yeah, it's just amazing. Like I'm telling you, man. Like this is why I don't even like. We speak about these people, but because they're up there as far as stature, and as we talk about the regular people, like yo, y'all doing this for nothing. Like right now, and y'all ain't even got no positions. Y'all just doing this for the hell of it. So just imagine what people are doing for prestige and camera lights and things like that. That's crazy because without Marcellus Wiley, Acho don't get there. And when
Right.
Acho don't get there, his brother don't get there on ESPN. His brother got his own spot on ESPN. He's like the college dude on ESPN. And I'm like,
Bro,
yo, this man put you on both sides, and this is what people do, man. This ain't for
and it's
clicks
some
and views. This
motherfucking
is for
tanks I
something
get.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, but that just that shows, bro. Like you, I don't know, man. I couldn't do it. I've been in positions similar to that where people brought me in, and then the people over them telling me to cut them out. And I'm like, nah, man. Then I end up getting cut out because I'm not cutting the person. I'm like, why would I? I can't do that, bro. That happened to me twice, man. Where people
Mm.
brought me in somewhere and then they liked me a little bit better than them. And it was like, well, you can have a spot. And I'm like, I don't want that spot. You know, that's not, I just came in but I mean, I don't
It's
know.
it's 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 different, right? Like you really looking at it like, okay, like I'm trying to show you respect because you gave me the opportunity. See, that's what happened with Shannon. Shannon had the opportunity. He got on FS1, so he had to take a lot of that punishment because he felt like he couldn't get this nowhere else. It as much as people say that Stephen A is a sellout and all this other stuff, when you look at First Take, you see all the people that's on First Take is a lot of people that the industry has not been able to put on, right? You see Cam Newton on there. You see Shannon over there. You see he even had Ocho Cinco up there a few times, right? You see, like he got the girl from ESPN, L. Duncan. He putting a lot of females on, right? Whether it's Monica McNutt or Andrea Carter or Kimberly Martin, he just putting everybody on. But you see over there, they just trying to keep it quiet over there, right? And that's why FS1 was feeling the way it was feeling anyway, because they try to keep it like right where it's at instead of yo, I got this little juice. I'm gonna put y'all on or something. Like Stephen A. just came back from vacation. He had other people come up there, Bart Scott and Chris Canty and things like that, and people like that. So when it's different when you had a power, but when you just getting in there, you ain't trying to sell yourself short. And I think that's why a lot of these people is getting in these predicaments because they selling out. They want that more. They want more time, and they probably ain't even getting no more money than what they already got. You know what I mean? So it's a difference.
And now understanding all this stuff, did you see how Shannon Sharp reacted? Somebody was in this chat was like, "You ain't addressing the elephant." He was like, "Man, that ain't got nothing to do with me."
But even
He
with
that
that, right? They try to put them in like who was I watching today? I seen the lead attorney, right? And he got his name up there. I'm like, why is his name on there? His name wasn't even mentioned in the
no, it
whole
was.
lawsuit.
No, it
What they
was
said?
because
Oh
it
no, it
well
was because
it
Skip
wasn't
said,
yeah
man,
it wasn't negative though. But old boy told Skip like, oh yeah, she's smashing Shannon, and that's what the tension between that's when you start seeing the real tension between Shannon and Skip, because Skip felt like Shannon was tapping something that he couldn't, and then he found out that Shannon wasn't tapping it after the fact. Like Shannon, I think Shannon was already gone, bro. And it was like, damn, so he wasn't, so old boy set all this up. Yeah, bro, man, like they be playing diabolical games, but you a old ass white man mad at this young black buck, bro, because this Faraz, was she Persian, whatever, like
Mm-hmm.
man, that's wow, like bro, you gotta take a blue pill to even rock with her. So what is going on, bro? Chill out, chill your old ass down, bro. Just let her dye your hair or whatever. I mean,
And it's
he was
crazy
just
because even when Shannon, like it was like Shannon told that story I just told on Undisputed. So why would you even think that? Like, yo, if she's going through the thing like that, if Joy Taylor going through the thing like that, okay, that's one thing, right? But he telling you I can't afford to get in this type of thing no more. I'm trying to stay away from that. That's why I kind of believe he ain't do that. Well, I don't know what to believe now that he made that audio sex tape or whatever you want to call that. Uh, uh, I don't know what to believe. But back then he was on his good side because like I can't even, like I won't even get on the
man.
elevator with a woman. I said, damn.
Look, man. I like I'm cool, bro. I like him, but I don't know. Uh, After that video of him getting out that car with that person, that green suit, I don't think he wanted none of the women there, bro. Hey, I just think, even that tape that he put out, I think, bro, that shit sound weird and whack, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on? It sound like somebody granddaddy having sex or something, bro.
Well,
It,
he
it,
got a hip replacement, so it's possible. I'm just
bro,
saying.
that shit sound weird, bro. That shit, I'm like,
I'm just
oh,
saying.
hey, bro. Like, nah, nah. You
It's
trying to literally put on the show.
it's crazy. This is what's like I said. This is what's happening. Like I said, like if we hear something about I mean, it's already been out there, right? Stephen A. had something to do with Jalen and Molly breaking up and all that. Jalen said it wasn't true, but I guarantee you somebody gonna come out with some nonsense about that now. Just like, okay, tick for tack, like it's gonna be crazy. I'm just listen. I'm that's why I just stay on the entertainment side. I gotta know these things, just in case something like this come up. Hey, I know exactly what you're talking about, right? Uh, did you hear what Tyreek Hill said?
He said, I'm out, bro. He said, Tariq, like, I'm gone. I'm gone. Man, Tariq
Yo,
said he gone.
it was so funny. I thought about you, right? Because the cake and eat it too came up in my brain, and I was like, yo, I gotta get this meaning of what the hell is the cake and eat it too. They was trying to say it's like an idiom, like why would you try to hold on to something that you know that you want? Type of scenario. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but y'all got to put that into better context. So I'm trying to put it with okay. So he wanted
Why
the
would you
bread.
try to, why would you, hold on, hold on, I didn't hear that part. I heard him say, it was a quote I read. He said, I'm going to open the door because I'm out.
Yeah, he said all of that. But you knew you was. But why would you? But you went to a team knowing good and well you wasn't going to win. That means he.
No,
This
I
is what
think
I'm
he,
saying.
I think
That
if you look at it, when he went to Miami, they was up and coming. So he probably felt like he was the Mr. Piece. You got Tua there, you got the other young receiver there. Their
mm-hmm.
defense was defense. I mean, they got Jalen Ramsey.
He wasn't there at that time. He wasn't there. He was on the Rams at that time. That's how he gets the championship. He came there like a couple years ago. This dude been there for almost 4 years. He restructured his contract and all of that. But what I'm saying is this: first of all, you should have known Tua wasn't all that because he got replaced by Jalen Hurts, and they flip flopped Jalen Hurts and him. You already seen Jalen Hurts reach the Super Bowl. So how you thought he was better than Jalen Hurts? Second of all, he's injury prone. We already knew he was injury prone. He had a whole new hip before he came to the NFL. So it's like how you don't know what's going on. I know he dropped, but I'm gonna recap the conversation. So the fact that you went over there for the bread is one thing, right? And I like I said, I don't count people's pockets. I don't do anything of that nature. But you knew you went over there because you wanted that money. So you went to South Beach to get the money. I get maybe because of the weather out there too. You probably got tired of playing in the cold and all of that. But you play in the AFC East, so you got to play Buffalo, you got to play in Boston, and you got to play in the New York area at least 3 times a year. And a lot of those times that's January or December. So you making that decision was kind of crazy for you to have that in the first place. But you made that decision, so now you can't get mad talking about it's a family decision. And the fact that he didn't want to go back in the fourth quarter made it even crazier. You quit on the team again. Why is everybody quitting on their teammates? It's a very simple solution because they're all selfish. They get their bread. They worry about themselves. They like Tyreek Hill's in a unique position. He already won the Super Bowl, so him going to win again, it may not even matter to him because if that did matter to you, you would have stayed there. You would have took the pay cuts or whatever, or you would have made it up in incentives, right? But no, you wanted the money because you won that championship over there, and now you dipped over there. You dipped to Miami. Because remember, the Jets was going to pay him more. And he's like, I'm not going to no damn Jets for what? They don't make the playoffs. So you thought it was possible that you could win it over there, and you didn't win it, But then all of a sudden, you get there, and it ain't looking the way you look. Now you know what I mean? You didn't get your 1,000 yards this year. The quarterback was hurt. So now you ready to leave because y'all had a bad record. What was they, 7-9? Because they just lost to the Jets. If you would have played in the game, you would have been above 500. But you quit on the team in the fourth quarter. Y'all was only down by, what was it? Y'all was only down by 6 when you quit. It was 5. It was 18-13 or something like that. You quit on the team. But because, like I said, this generation is different. They're not playing to win championships. They playing for the bread. You coming from the hood, you know, they giving you guaranteed money, $75 million guaranteed, $50 million guaranteed, $100 million guaranteed. So it's understandable that these guys want to stay there and get the bread. But if I just think winning makes you more valuable. And if winning makes you valuable, you're going to get the bread regardless, right? So, God forbid, if Patrick Mahomes wins 2 more Super Bowls, that man might get a $1 billion contract. I don't think people understand what the value of winning is. When you at your greatest, you're going to get the value anyhow. You're going to get whatever you deserve, right? Even on this bet, like, for Patrick Mahomes, he was snubbed. Everybody's saying he was snubbed. I mean, I get it. His numbers wasn't up. His numbers wasn't up to par and all of that. But his team is 15-1, and they don't even consider him a Pro Bowler. I don't know how that works, but that's what they did. But like I said, if he wins 2 more Super Bowls, he already got a $500 million contract. What do you think they're going to give him when that contract is up? You can't just keep running for the bread because if you great, you should understand they're gonna want to pay you more the more that you win. That's what's wrong with sports now. If you win, your value goes up. This ain't like YouTube. Well, it is like YouTube because the more subscribers you get, the more your value goes up, right? You get the ads, you get all of these things. But just imagine that in real life. Just imagine if you'd have took the Dolphins to the Super Bowl and they would have just made some noise. Yo, you can go out and get you a $300 million contract and say, I'm the best wide receiver. How? Because I did this to this and this. Who the one that don't got the receiver that don't got a contract? That's T. Higgins, right? So T. Higgins He betted on himself. Now he got all, he did everything he could. Now, if they don't want to pay him in Cincinnati, he got the right to go somewhere. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that we have to look at.
Well, that's oh man, why I don't know why he left KC. I think as long as he felt like as long as this Patrick go get the shine, he wanted to go somewhere. I think it was more for the shine. He wanted to be recognized.
Okay, you got recognized. Now this is the results of being recognized, though. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna run into bumps in the road. The man is injury prone. You could have went anywhere you wanted to go. You picked
Or
Miami.
you gotta think about it like this too, man. Maybe it's because he got, roughed up by the police. He like, I'm out. Like I ain't about to sit here. I'm about to get the hell out of here. I'm going up north. I'm getting away from. I'm just playing, bro.
I was about to say he shot himself. He shot himself in the leg and held him back because he shot himself. You picked that place. You went over there and told the police, man, don't hit my car like that. Man, you don't have no control. That man got a whole gun in his pocket. What are you talking about? But this is the thing that I'm saying. I really believe that this generation is so inflicted with poverty that money is moving them all over the place. A lot of them ain't winning because they just going where the money goes. You know what I mean? Like there's no winning culture in some of them things. Like how we was talking about how Detroit, people would think that was purgatory. They was going to Detroit. Now that there's a winning culture, now everybody wants to come up to Detroit and play football now. Why? Because they got that winning culture now. Somebody stuck to their guns and made it happen. Everybody wants to get paid but don't want to be leaders. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is the only place that we know that people want to get paid and don't want to be leaders. And look at us on YouTube. We trying to get together to start something as individuals, but everybody wants to lead. What are we talking about here? You see what I'm saying? This is something that we could put together, but y'all see individuals up there, they want to be leaders. They want to get paid and don't want to lead. Now, just imagine if we had that mantra here, not to say, money is everything, but just say, I don't want to lead. Let me follow. This thing would be so this thing would be so great. It would be crazy. But you got people sitting here talking about all this nonsense. You got people that just like chaos and just want to big that up instead of saying, yo, let's just branch this off and do what we need to do here. But it just goes to show you, even in the sports world, there's people that they just care about themselves as individuals. They just want their bread. They just want to play football until they get mad and then get upset and then like disappear. Right? You got people like Justin Jefferson. He's sticking to his gun. You got Jamar Chase. He's sticking to his gun. Now, just imagine if Justin Jefferson, because remember, Justin Jefferson was in a contract dispute this year before they even started.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I don't really look. What if he just said, I don't want to play with this rookie. I don't want to start rebuild. Like he could have felt like they was rebuilding right now. Now look what happens when he sits still. They in a good position. They may have a great playoff run until they meet in the conference finals or the conference championships and then lose to the Lions again. But I'm saying you could have dipped off and just got money anywhere else, but you stayed still. And it catered to you. It looked out in your favor, all because you sat still. Sometimes you got to sit still and see what happens. If you great, you can make somebody else great, right? Like look at Addison. Addison wasn't being talked about at all until Justin Jefferson went and did what he did, right? Hodgson was okay, but now they think Hodgson is great. They probably got him in the top 5 of tight ends after this year because Kittle didn't play. The tight end in Kansas City. He ain't had no good numbers. Kelsey ain't had the big numbers that he normally had. We ain't even speak about tight ends this year. Nobody even realized that. What tight ends did we speak about this year? None.
The top tight end is a rookie.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, and that was it. And look where it got him because he on the Raiders. You see what I'm saying? But we like we had to really sit there and oh snap, he broke a record. Like we really had to pay attention to that. Otherwise, that would have been whitewashed away somewhere. And that's what I'm saying. When you sit back and you observe what's going on in the world of sports, you see how it trickles down into everyday life. Because you would have never known none of these things, but you see all the selfishness that's trickling down from it. The man went to Kansas, the man went to Miami. He don't want to play in the future. The man quit in the game. He said, "I'm not playing the rest of this game. I quit." He might as well said that. You had every opportunity to get 1,000 yards. You said, "I don't want to play. I'm out." Wait, what? Where we do this at? I know in the world of sport, team conduct, like it's a code of conduct that you got with a bunch of teams. I know there's a me and team, but damn, when you put that me in front of the team, you ain't gonna win. And that's why these people are not winning. You know what I mean? This is what, like, look at Patrick Mahomes. He took a pay cut. They still winning Super Bowls. Tom Brady was never the highest paid quarterback. They won Super Bowls. When you look at basketball, Tim Duncan was never a highest paid player. He won championships.
Hold on, Patrick Mahomes took a pay cut?
He restructured his contract.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought that boy had like $500 million or something like that.
Yeah, he did, and he restructured that. Right after that, he restructured it so they can get Kelsey a little bit more money. Chris Jones contract. That's what he was doing that for. He said, "Yo, we just gonna run it back. I know I'm gonna get this down the line." That's why I'm saying when you're great, you can do things like that. I don't need all this money right now. I can catch this in the back end. I get it, but you go ahead.
See, people like Patrick Mahomes, like, you gotta think about it. Like, them people you name, think about their background, bro. I ain't gonna say come from money, but they know about money. They aware of money. Tom Brady, look at his wife, man. He like, look, I don't need all this money on this contract. I got investments, bro. I want to win championships. I'm gonna make money, but you got some thirsty dudes spending their money on jewelry and shit instead of buying real estate. Like, that's what I was telling my cousin. Like, bro, you gotta invest some money into these real estates, bro. You gotta do something with that money. Make that money make money. The Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, they money be making money. They on all state commercials and stuff. Tom Brady just bought. I mean, he part ownership in the Raiders. Them investments.
Mhm.
That's what they did with their money, bro. That's what I'm saying. Look at the people you name, and then look at the people they rich with a poverty mindset, bro. They spending it. They as quick as they making it, they spending it, doing stupid stuff.
That's all I'm saying. When you coming from nowhere, and here's the crazy part. From my understanding, once you get drafted into the NFL, they have seminars for you to invest in things like that. How to invest your money, because you ain't getting this money all year round. You're going from paycheck to paycheck. Things of that scenario. Everybody don't got guaranteed when you come out of your rookie year. Y'all know some of y'all only getting 300,000. Why you spending 300,000 on for the first check? What you gonna say? I owe you? You can't do that. But there are people like that, and that's the problem. That problem lingers on down to us. We so fast to grab and spend what we ain't even touched yet that we're not even investing in the right avenues. Whether it's money in the NFL or the professional case, or if it's just a thought process in our field of being influencers and branding on YouTube. Y'all so fast to just go out there and just, all right, let me go ahead. You ain't even do nothing yet to show that you have the right attitude to build yourself up. But here you are trying to build yourself up, and then you spending what you ain't got yet. The rappers, look how many rappers go through their little checks. They take a advance before they even, and then they in debt. Now they got to make 2-3 albums of nonsense. Now they hold your masters and all of this other stuff, all because there's no completion of understanding of what's going on around them. And this is what these guys are showing. You guys are at a higher echelon. You got all of this money that you think is coming to you, but you're spending it before you got it. Now you in debt. Now you owe somebody. Now you got to take a loan out from the team and all that other stuff. Oh, you indebted to me. We gonna cut you. You don't do this, that, and third. And now you in debt to these people. But nobody looks at that. But it just goes to show you how selfish that this generation is, because people used to love to play this game. Like when you look at T.O., right? T.O.'s 50 years old. He still want to play football. I don't know if that's because he loved the game or he feel like he can't do nothing else. But that's what he talking about all the time. Like, I'm 50 years old. I'm ready to play right now. Somebody sign him. Like, man, you 58. You can't take no hit across the middle. But that's just the way it goes. And it's sad that it's happening that way. Like, it's a mind frame. All right, baby, go ahead and do this. Go ahead and the AAU tournaments so you can become the best basketball player, even though there's only 60 people in a draft. And now the Europeans is coming in and taking control, taking some spots in the draft. So now instead of 60, you might have 40, 45 people from America getting drafted. Then you got to go to the G League, get on the bus and all that other stuff. They about to turn basketball into baseball, minor league system. That's why black people stop playing baseball, because you got to wait 10 years to get to the majors, some of them. But they don't understand the process. But, I don't know. I might be tripping. I'm just viewing it as a person that loves the sports that I follow. And that's what I'm seeing.
Bro, it's no, what you said was accurate, bro. That's what they doing with basketball. So, like them seminars, bro. I mean, yeah, that's mandatory. That's something you got to do. I don't know how many people picking up what they putting down, but that's what a lot of these players do, bro. I see, like Jameson Williams, he doing stuff in the city now. I don't know who got in his head, but I mean, he doing things in the city. He investing his money, bro. He like Detroit home.
And that's the thing. Once you establish a place that you want to call home, you're gonna take care of it like it's like there's no tomorrow, because in all reality there is no tomorrow when you mess that money up. There is no tomorrow if something happens to you. Like, he just happened to be lucky, like, he got to play all year. I mean, I know he had that little suspension and all of that, but it wasn't an injury type scenario. He got to play the year out. Now, just imagine if they say, you know what, we're gonna cut you because you got the ACL. We just gonna take care of your hospital bill, then we're gonna cut you after that. You know how many people that's happened to? Because the ACL blew out, like Christian Watson. Now he can't even play. He in the playoffs, he can't even play because he blew his leg out. He blew his ACL out on Sunday. Now he got to rehab all the way to get to next year. He got to hope he get Aaron Rodgers like and be ready before the first week. But you ain't gonna want to do all that cutting as a wide receiver. That's your Achilles. You scared. You're gonna be tender with that. You know what I mean? It's all about invest. Like they so busy investing in everybody else, they do the one thing that they do the one thing that they don't do that they're supposed to do. They're supposed to invest in themselves, and they don't. You see what I'm saying? But look, like I said, when you got LeBron James, everybody, oh, he puts $2 million into his body because he wants to be ready for whatever's ahead of him. He wants to. That's why he's playing 22 years. You see what I'm saying? Things like that. When you invest in yourself, you get the best version of you. And that's the greatness of these individuals. And that's why I say, even when you trickle it down to, us that's not a professional athlete, when you work on yourself and become your greater self, man, is nothing that could possibly get in your way. You'll be ready for all obstacles, even the ones that you can't see, because you take care of yourself so well. You'll be ready for anything that's in front of you. And that's like, that's something that, you got to learn from these guys. And, for me, that's what I learned the most, that you got to continue to work on your craft. Like, I don't care what's going on with the channel. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to have the conversations. If people come, they come. But I know that my conversations are accurate. I know my opinions that somebody else is going to reiterate. It may reiterate on, a major thing. But if you heard it here first, yo, Mr. 33 said that. I remember he said that. He said that just before they said that. You know what I mean? And that's just putting the accuracy out is going to make people say, yo, he know what he's talking about. And that makes me look like I'm doing the work because I am doing the work. But that's what we need to do. We got to keep working on ourselves to become great, whether it's here or whether it's out there in the sports world. A better you is a better us. That mantra carries into the real world. People need to pick that up. But I'm sorry, I was on my 9 movement right now. Forgive me.
No, that's how I came up with it, bro. That's to be honest, that whole slogan is the story of my life, man. The better I became, the better the people around me became, and I mean, the better they became, the better I became. So that applies to anything and everything in life. That's the missing universal law right there. That's what people don't understand, man. The better you become, the better the people around you become. Even if you put yourself around better people, you know, with that mindset, if you got a mindset of becoming better and you're around a bunch of people who ain't trying to do that, you know what you will do? You will dip off, do your own thing until you find people more like you. And that's just what I've been doing. Even on this app, man. I'm at points I said, okay, I got to do better because this don't benefit me. So I put myself around better people.
Yeah, and I definitely appreciate that because just imagine if I didn't find you last year somewhere, even through all the obstacles that you had to go through, right? Whether it's here, whether it's real life, you know what I mean? People could have counted you out, but you took the time to still find out what I need to do to work on myself, right? This is what I'm saying. We have to continue to do this in whatever form or fashion, right? You think you think you think LeBron, like when you look at LeBron, he had to work on getting them jump shots now. Like it took him 10 years, but he worked on the jump shots. He's more potent than he was before. Why? Because you work on yourself. You find your flaws. You find the errors of your ways, and you work on it so it's not a weakness for you no more. People can't intimidate you by saying, you know what, I dare you to shoot a 3-pointer. You might make 3 out of 6 this year, right? On here you got to keep going with your ingenuity, right? Yo, I could have this conversation about narcissism, or we can have a conversation about what we think about what's going on in the world of sports, or we can have our own opinion about what's going on at FS1. We can have those conversations and feel like, yo, we have an understanding. We are branching out, and sooner or later somebody's going to grasp and understand it, because the greatness cannot be withheld for forever, right? Somebody's going to recognize it. Like, as I say on the other page, if it takes one could reach the next one. That's all I worry about. But if you have the work ethic, I go about it like this, right? Gilbert Arenas was telling the story about Kwame Brown, right? And he was saying you have an opinion, but you worked with all these other great players, and you didn't perform as well as you should have. Right, wrong, or different, because when you work around greatness, something have to rub off on you, right? Like
Hmm.
when I deal with you, right? The fact that your understanding and wisdom is on display all the time. You can pick up, we joke about what delineation is, but we now understand what that means. We joke about what narcissism is, but now we understand what that means. You talk about chakras, now we understand what the elevation of it is, to where people will debate you because it's so new to them, but it makes sense that they don't want to dispute the facts. They want to dispute your understanding of it, which makes you a great person, because you can dispute me all I want. The fact that it's right is going to elevate my understanding and my my wisdom because I'm the one that put it on display. I don't want the credit, but sometimes it the expectations come to you because of your understanding. You see what I'm saying? But everybody just give expectation to those that are undeserving of expectations. And this is what that definitely happens in the world of sports. You want to get paid $10 million when you only worth 700,000. How? Your
Mm.
expectations, you ain't did nothing for me to say you worth $9.3 million. But you think your expectations, if you get to 10 million, is going to elevate. No, your work efforts is worth $1. You got champagne thoughts on your mind and got a Colt 45 money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got 40-ounce money, but you think you got caviar money. You got tuna fish money, but you think you deserve caviar. That's not how this goes. You got to work at this thing, and a lot of these dudes ain't working because the predecessors made it easy, right? So from Magic to Michael Jordan, from Michael Jordan to LeBron, now LeBron has elevated. Now everybody think they can get the LeBron team the treatment. Let me get a super team. Let me see if I can get 200, $300 million. Y'all not worth that. You gotta win. You gotta show your greatness has to be on display some way, shape, or form. And when you don't have it, you wonder why people now you become a journeyman. You get traded from team to team to team because you're only a piece and not a masterpiece. And this is what we have to understand. Everybody's a piece of something, but do you want to be a masterpiece or you just want to be the little piece in the puzzle to cog up something? I want to be the face of the puzzle, not just a piece. That's what's wrong with everybody. They don't think like that. They just think for themselves, and that's where they get jammed up at.
Yeah, bro. It's
I don't know,
like what
man.
you were saying,
I'm trying to tell people. Go ahead.
like no, but like what you were saying, like just putting yourself around, good people, great people. It should rub off. That's what I've been doing my whole life. Is put myself around people who already done did what I'm trying to do. And you know, like you said, everybody want to be a leader, but when it comes down to putting the work in, don't nobody want to put the work in. They don't want to do what leaders do. They don't want to make the tough calls. They don't want to make the sacrifice. They don't want to work the overtime. They don't want to lead the battle. They just want all the benefits and the perks. That's what people want. They want rewards. But the reward is the work you put in. That's the reward. You don't put the work in, you'll never be satisfied.
Like you've been in the hospital field, so you understand where I'm going with this, right? Sometimes you got to start as an intern. You got to start at the bottom. You ain't gonna get the perks of the as a resident, right? So you start at the bottom, right? All right, I'm gonna put in 12, 14, 16 hours as an intern just because I want to understand what it is to have this operation or what do they mean by this terminology in the hospital field. All those things, it takes work. And when you grasp, if you go to each department and grab something that could make you the chief residence or the president of the hospital because you have understanding of just about everything that goes on in the hospital, right? You didn't, you never strive to be that president or the president of the hospital, but you was around enough to where you know what an angioplasty is, or you know what the metatarsal bone is, or you know what it means when you got to swap out this fluid for that fluid. You understand all of that because you took the time. I like wisdom and understanding, so let me learn these little bits and pieces so I can become a better version of myself. So now when you do that and then you go on out there, now you deal with real estate. I know what it means when the appraiser says this is wrong, or he underestimated his appraisal, or he overpriced his appraisal because you took the time to study each field, and that's what makes you the person that you are today because you take the time and you go and do the work, you do the research. And that's why, no matter what they say, you are a person with wisdom and understanding. And if people was to apply that in the sports world and on here, they could be a very dominant person. So, that's what we have to do. We got to put the work in, like you said.
Yeah, man, this bro, it's yeah, this gonna be fun. 125 will be fun, bro. Yeah, I got some stuff lined up. I gotta holler at you on the back end too. I meant to call you earlier, but yeah, man, we gonna have some fun, man. Put that
Oh,
work in. That's
we definitely gonna rock out. Like I said, bust it down, say this is the year of completion. We gonna complete some things. You can believe that. Whether it's this page, that page, the 9%. If it grow, when it grows, people just gotta be ready. I'm waiting for my favorite person in the world to start their channel. We gonna do some things and we gonna show why 2025 is the year of the nine. Because we're gonna complete some things that people thought would never happen. It's going to happen. We just gotta do the work.
yeah, man. That was
What
yeah,
you in the cut, commanding the bushes.
man.
But yeah, we just got some work. Like I'm, on the other side, I'm, like I said, I'm working on the friendly to friend aspect because I see we need to have that conversation because people think you can get to one without the other. Well, I don't know how you could be a friend if you ain't friendly, but we're gonna have that conversation probably in the middle of the week, maybe Thursday, but we're gonna have that conversation. That's gonna be the morning time. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see if the people who's gonna be up and awake and to hear the conversation. I'm gonna believe that people want to have the conversation. If they join in, they join in. If not, it's still gonna happen. I don't really care. But that's just what we do over here, y'all. We had the conversations about sports. We put it into everyday life, and that's the best part of coming to Channel 9 Studios when you can have conversations about sports and put it into your everyday life because it can affect you one way or the other. If it helps you, take it for what it is. If it doesn't help you, leave it at the table. But that's what we're going to do going into 2025. We're going to have the conversations. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about the sports, whatever sport it is. Today we spoke about wrestling and how, they started off on Netflix. Tomorrow, if there is one, we might have an NXT conversation or SmackDown a conversation. AEW is on the rise. They got the older people over there. They got a rated R superstar. They got Moxley over there. They got Bobby Lashley over there. They trying to do something. Hopefully they can get themselves together to make themselves relevant. But when we see Tony Khan over here at a Netflix special about his rivals, that's something to look at and worry about. But hey, hopefully he was taking notes to make his brand better. But we'll see going down the road. But that's what we do over here, though. We're gonna make this brand better. We're gonna make Sports Chat better. We're gonna have, whenever Petty Vision come back up, or what is it, Petty 9, we're gonna have that coming back up soon. We're gonna have the mukbangs with Tay, we're gonna have mukbangs with Santino, we're gonna have BDB with the Battle of the Beats, and he gaming right now. Life is Art. We got some things for y'all in the Channel 9 studio. Y'all just got to be able to come in and embrace it because we got something for all aspects. And if you wanna add to it, feel free to add to it. We are here to make something happen, whether it's a community, whether it's a tribe, however you view it. That's what we do over here. But I don't know. That's what we do over here, guys. That's the best way to put it. So, with that being said, you got anything else to add to this, my brother?
Oh no, man. I just think I just want to say shout out to the Lions. The greatest team on earth, the whole wide world team. Shout out to you know.
Shout out to the Pistons. They won again tonight. And see, them people don't think. See, I just don't say nothing about basketball, but I'm into it. Detroit had a big win tonight over the Trailblazers in Detroit. Cade Cunningham was showing out tonight with his little what was he at 28 to was it 23 or 28 points tonight? You know, now they one game under 500, but they in the playoff hunts right now, right? 17 and 18. They doing what they do. But that's what I'm saying. It's the culture now. The culture's like, yo, we keep working, we can build this thing. And that's what Detroit is doing. Shout out to Detroit. What up, though? That's what it is.
Shout out to the oh, goddamn time, man. Yeah,
right? Look,
we had it with the Pistons. We had it with the Tigers. We got it with the Lions. We had it with the Wings. Man, we hockey town, bro. You know, the Wings, bro. Look, I'm telling you, man. Some of the hypest times downtown was when that Stanley Cup was down there with Stevie Adams. Man, he cool as hell, bro. I know his people. Well, I used to hang out with his nephew, but yeah, he cool as hell, bro. I done had lunch with that man. I didn't even know who the hell he was. I'm like, oh shit, that's you. Like, oh damn, he cool as hell, bro. I'm talking about it took me about 45 minutes. I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, I literally said that, bro. I'm sitting there. I'm like, hold on, that's Steve. That's you. He's like, yeah, man. I got up from the table. Oh man, what up, though? Like everybody cracking up, man. Everybody, I'm a clown, bro. I do be having fun with life. But I'm sitting there, and they was like, they said it like twice. The third time they said it, I'm like, shit, this is Steve Eiserman, bro. I ain't never seen him without a black helmet. I'm a white boy. All white people look the same to me sometimes, especially when you just about a bunch of white people. You the only black person, bro. All of them look the same and shit. I just be like, I'm just trying not to get. What was that game? That movie called with Ice T? Ice T. Reindeer Games,
Trespass.
something like that.
Oh, Trespass. When they had him in the cabin and they was hunting.
Bro. But yeah, when they was hunting them, yeah,
that's Trespass.
Trespass was when he was in a game and that one dude went into that building. I used to watch that religiously. I know what Trespass.
You sure?
I think I'm positive, bro. Trust me.
Okay.
I had Trespass on VHS. I watched it so much the damn tape exploded.
That I think we talk about the same movie. I might be getting it wrong, but that's when he was hunting them and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I know what you talk about, but that I know they was hunting them down in the cabin in the woods or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know exactly what you talk about. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just the fact that, like, when you sit back, right? Even when we started the channel, right? We was talking about the Detroit Tigers. They making the playoffs. We was like, wait a minute, they in the playoffs? I didn't even know they was playing that good. You see what I'm saying? Now you got the Lions, right? We in January. Now you got the Pistons on the rise. You can't ask for nothing better than that, man. The whole city is gravitating onto this one burst of energy, and everybody needs to just grab on and rock with it. Like, yo, we gonna ride this till the wheels fall off, because we don't know when the wheels gonna fall off, but we damn sure gonna enjoy it. But once you apply that energy into your everyday life, man, it's just something different about you, the person that's gravitating to that energy. And that's what a lot of us need to do. Like, I gravitate to your energy. I gravitate to Commander's energy. When Tay's around, we gravitate to all each other's energy, because the energy is just so pure and it's electrifying that sometimes you can't help but gravitate to these things. That's what we need to do as a people, as a whole. But we just going somewhere that a lot of people are afraid to go. They better get on a starship like the Enterprise, because boldly going where people don't want to go. That's where we going. And for anybody that's listening, you guys are welcome. You can add to this. We ain't gonna allow you to take away from it. Just if you wanna improve it, please improve it. But we ain't changing for the worse. You can believe that. So, but let me get off here, because it's 1:00 in the morning, and I know people got things to do in the morning. But dang, look, I don't even know when the next. I'll be on Saturday, because I know that's when the playoffs start. I'll be on Saturday unless there's a fight or something in the middle of the week, I might be on Friday to talk about SmackDown. I forgot about SmackDown that fast. So we'll probably be on this weekend. I thank everybody for stopping by. Just take whatever you can take from this today, enjoy it. We had a good time talking about, the Raw's Netflix. And, we just add things to things. So with that being said, y'all, I'll talk to y'all soon from the Channel 9 studio. Mr. 33 signing out.